Hey everyone, it's Helen here with Health and Hope with Helen. So I wanted to share something with you that I found extremely valuable. I'm going to call it a game-changing moment for me. I was watching TV the other day and one of the TV pastors said something that just resonated with my soul. He said, y'all are freaking out over having to wear a mask, but some of y'all have been wearing one your whole life. Hello. Yeah, I could totally relate there. I know some people would be like completely offended by that, but not me. I was not offended by that. In fact, I love any type of conviction and I love to level up. It's like anything that's going to help me to grow and be better or just really sit with me. It's just like, oh yeah, let's do that. So for me, that's something I've been dealing with for a very, very long time, but it made me sit down and take an inventory of, Helen, what kind of masks have you been wearing? And between Jesus and I, we already know. I have a box big enough to probably supply a whole masquerade ball, really. That's how many masks I wear and how many masks I have. It's something we've been dealing with for a long time. The struggle is real. I struggle with people pleasing, period. And I am working on it and it's a work in progress, but I'm going to hold on to the scripture where Jesus says, the truth will set you free. And if you are free, you are free indeed. And the truth just being, it's just like, just being who you are. It's like, who's the truth? Like the truth. And this is who I am. This is what I like. This is what I look like. This is what bothers me. This is what hurts me. Whatever it is, just becoming and being. And I am working on it. And it's a work in progress. We have been wearing masks. A lot of us since we were young. Let's go back to just being a child. We have the mask of approval. We need to be approved. We need that approval. We need to be liked. We need to be seen. We need to be heard. We need to, we need that. We're addicted to approval. And the thing is we've been addicted to the approval of man, not of God. Most of us start off being addicted to the approval of man. So automatically we start changing everything about ourselves, oh, I don't like the way I laugh. I don't like the way I look. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I'm not, pretty enough, whatever it may be, we start to change that behavior early on in order to be liked, in order to be picked on the team. So little by little, we start changing so that they will like us and they will pick us. And, that goes into junior high, the mask of makeup. Let's go to makeup. I'll put a little drop here so that they don't see that pimple and I'm flawless too. I'll put on a little more powder and a little more blush and lip gloss and mascara. So maybe I'll be more desirable. Maybe the boys will see me and think I'm pretty. And the girls, oh, of course, you need their approval. And so we start putting on the mask at such a young age. I really feel like the enemy comes in just strong at a young age, you're not enough, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough. He wants to come in from a young age and tell you all the things you're not. And I'm certainly glad that God comes in and tells us all the things that we are. So, fast forward, several years, probably 30 years at least, and still have a makeup bag that's yay big. And now I have a moisturizer bag that's yay big. So it's just like, if we're not always trying to cover up something, right? Cover up a wrinkle and a crinkle and some age spots and keep putting on the makeup so people feel like you're all put together. And here's the thing. All of that is great. I feel like we should be our very best and feel our very best. And whatever that means to you, if you're somebody who rolls out of the shower and you're fresh and just throwing a little deodorant and you're just absolutely marvelous in your skin that way, love it. If you're somebody who wants to put on makeup every day because you're creative and you're artistic and you love the way it looks and just makes you feel pretty, beautiful. If you're somebody who does that extra mile and throws on some lashes and extensions, it's like, you go, girl. I love it. It's just whatever makes you feel best. However, it's when you feel like you can't leave the house without those things and that you're not going to be seen, you're not desirable, you're nobody without that. That's when it starts to get out of balance. And that's where we have to decide okay, am I going to continue to wear this mask or am I going to be the person that God created me to be? I'm going to chuck it. And on the days where I want to be that person, that's wonderful. But on the days where I put nothing on and I'm completely raw and I'm completely myself, I'm still enough. In fact, if anything, I'm even more beautiful because I'm authentic and I'm myself. And it is something that I want so badly, not just for me, but for everybody, just for you to truly be yourself and just like you're enough. We are enough. And I had to laugh. I went to the doctor's office the other day, well, actually a couple weeks ago, because I wasn't feeling good. And, I was contemplating before going to the doctor's office, because I thought, I'm going to run into somebody I probably know, small town. Should I put on some mascara? Should I not? I'm just like, I don't want to. I'm sick. I don't want to. And so I'm really working on this people pleasing thing. I'm just like, nope, I'm going to throw on my big, huge hoodie. I'm going to throw on this mask. My eyes were bloodshot because I was sick. They were running, the whole thing. I had Kleenex stuffed in the sweatshirt. I walk in and I notice the girl right away, because she used to work for me. Didn't know that she worked there, but I'm like, hi, and start talking to her. And she's like, hi. And then finally I had to say, hey, it's me, Helen. Because I knew she didn't have a clue I was. She was looking at me like I was an alien. And I just have to laugh, because I was just like, it's me, Helen. She's like, oh, just completely scared, to death, because I didn't have my mask on, But it was freeing. And that scripture that says the truth will set you free. And if it does, then you're free indeed. Jesus talks about that. And it's just like, yes, yes, yes. That's the freedom that we need. Just the truth, just to be able to be ourselves. And to me, I know it sounds small, but it was a freeing moment for me, because normally, like I said, I have the mask on of this is what people want to see. This is what people know. This is who I have to be. And it's gotten so exhausting in my job and my profession, because I'm in the coffee shop business and trying to keep people up and trying to be upbeat. And I am an optimistic, outgoing, naturally happy person. So that's really great. And I'm so grateful to Jesus for that. But if I'm being honest, it's like sometimes it can get really hard, because people are really down right now, myself included. We're all going through so much. And every day to show up there and be like, I'm great and you're fine and life's great and the world's great and we're going to all be, to kind of keep up with that every day, 100 times a day, that was weighing on me. And I feel like God was just like, Helen, it's okay to be and just be. Just be present, make a cup of coffee, be yourself. Of course, be professional, be kind, be all those things, but you don't have to overcompensate anymore. You can just be. You don't have to put on the mask of overcompensating so that they don't see your flaws, or they don't see your hurt, or they don't see your frustration or your pain or your anger or your sadness. Just be, Helen. It's okay to be all those things. Yes, don't go to work and dump it on people. Don't go doing any of that. But, you don't have to be something you're not anymore. You can just be, because really that's all people really need right now. And if they need me to be more than that and I don't have it, I have to be comfortable with that. And that's something that I have to work on. So when I was sick a couple weeks ago, I had to go throw up signs at my coffee shop in the windows, and I had to just put on them for the first time. Yes, I've missed a day here and a day there, but usually I'm making excuses because I don't want to let people down. I don't want to hurt people. I don't want to make people mad. And it was finally to a point where I was just like, I knew I had to take care of myself. So I put some signs in the window that just said, I'm sick and I'll be back when I feel better. That was it. It was open-ended, no excuses, no timelines, no pressure for myself, because I didn't know how long I was not going to feel good. And I just put up the signs, I walked away, and I felt good about it. Now, did I want to disappoint people? Of course not. Do I love, serving my customers? Absolutely, I do. But I had to take care of me. And I came home and I just had to laugh because, I'd had the doctor's experience with the person who didn't recognize me because I didn't have that mask on. I took the mask of people pleasing, by putting those signs up in the window saying, I have to take care of myself. I came home, sat on my couch for 4 days, didn't even move my car. It sat in my driveway, didn't go to the store, didn't have to go to the bank, didn't feel like I had to be running around the house cooking dinner and doing this and making sure everything was clean and spotless before my husband got home, so he'd think I did something even though I was sick. No, I used to do that. I didn't do that. I sat on the couch. I got up every morning. I had a cup of coffee. I read my Bible, spent time with the Lord. I flipped through channels. I watched some different things. You know what? By the end of the day, a couple days, I was watching Lifetime movies. Loved it. I loved it. Just completely unplugged. I slept in. I slept through the night, and I didn't let the cares of every day just get on me and weigh on me, because that is something that I've done. I've given that happiness and that control and that power over to people for so long, and the mask of just wanting them to not be mad at me, to be happy with me, please, just whatever I can do, the people pleasing mask, and to be free enough to just finally, I'm sleeping, I'm going to sleep through it. Tomorrow, everything's going to go on with or without me. They're going to be okay. They're going to find somewhere else to get coffee. Or you know what? I don't need to wear makeup. God's with me. He thinks I'm absolutely beautiful. I don't have to put on that mask anymore. And oh, guess what? I'm not going to make dinner tonight, and the house is going to be a mess, and my car's going to stay in the same spot, and everybody's going to be able to find something to eat in this house, or we'll be able to order in some pizza or something. I don't know. Whatever we need to do here, but I'm not going to be at the store. My tank of gas isn't going to be completely full this week because, you get so caught up in your little, okay, mile markers, I guess. I got to get this done, this and this, and that makes me more valuable because I got everything done that I needed to. No, I sat on the couch for several days. The world went on without me. Empty tank of gas, house was a mess. There was no food. There was no makeup. I let my mind heal. I let my body heal. And little by little, I started throwing away those masks. And so I love that pastor even spoke about that because that's something exactly that I've been working on. You've been wearing masks for a long time and it's time to get rid of those masks. So guys, whatever your mask is, let's start chucking them away. Just like you need to be you. God loves you. Your family loves you. I'm sure your friends love you. And if they don't, guess what? You're still enough. I'm still enough. So that's what we're working on today, like marriage. Let's just go there. The mask of my marriage is completely perfect. You all know that isn't true because you've watched some of my videos. And yeah, do we have good days? We do. Do we have some bad days? We do. My kid, you know what? Is he great? Yeah, he is. We all have some great things about our kids. Of course we do. Our kids play sports, or they're honorable, they're this, they're amazing. They're the little apples of our eyes. We adore our kids. But the truth is that's not always perfect too. If you have teenagers, they're stinkers, okay? Mine is a stinker right now. Yes, he's honorable, but he's a stinker. Love him to death. But it's just getting real and throwing that mask off. He's not perfect. My marriage isn't perfect. Guess what? My life isn't perfect. But we serve a perfect God, and that is enough. We serve a perfect God who loves us. He loves this messy, beautiful, just crazy life that we live. He loves us regardless. He's like, I love you. I love you for exactly who you are. So just be you. And so I'm going to continue to just work with him on this process, which I'm enjoying more than anything. In fact, it has been so freeing. I don't think that I have felt this great about things since I was probably young and carefree and didn't have a care in the world. Really when you were young, when you didn't care what anybody thought, you just ran around with boogers and didn't brush your teeth, and you had popsicle dripping down your face and just mud on your hands. You didn't care because you were enjoying life. You were loving life, and God had you in the palm of his hand at that point, and he still has us now. We have nothing to prove, you guys. Be you, be amazing. Yes, be kind, be generous, be gentle, be loving, have self-control, all the fruits of the Spirit, but just be authentic, be yourself. You don't have to be anyone else, and you are enough. So God bless. This was a fun one to make. Bye.